Imagine yourself 10 years from now. Are you stuck in the same job, using the same skills, or have you embraced continuous growth? In a world changing faster than ever, resting on yesterday's knowledge isn't an option. Lifelong learning unlocks opportunity, adaptability, and fulfillment. To stay ahead, we need to become lifelong learners. Embrace lifelong learning. Invest in yourself. The beauty of lifelong learning lies in its accessibility and diversity. It's not confined to classrooms or textbooks. It's a choose-your-own-adventure story where you get to define the path. Want to learn a new language? There's an app for that. Fascinated by astrophysics? Online courses offer a front-row seat to the cosmos. Yearning to master the art of French cooking? Welcome to the world of online tutorials and culinary communities. This freedom to explore diverse fields ignites a fire within, awakening the dormant polymath in all of us. Remember the joy of discovery as a child, the insatiable curiosity that fueled endless questions? Lifelong learning rekindles that flame, empowering us to delve into subjects we're passionate about, regardless of our age or background. No longer are we bound by the limitations of traditional education systems. Lifelong learning breaks down barriers, offering a buffet of knowledge accessible to anyone with an internet connection and a thirst for growth. This democratization of learning has the power to transform lives, communities, and societies as a whole. Many of us carry the baggage of ineffective learning habits from our school days. We highlight endlessly, reread passages until the words blur, and cram information into our short-term memory, only to forget it the next day. But what if there was a better way? A way to learn smarter, not harder, and retain information for the long haul. Enter the world of memory techniques, a treasure trove of tools and strategies designed to enhance information absorption and recall. Techniques like spaced repetition, mind mapping, and mnemonics transform learning from a chore into an engaging and enjoyable process. Imagine remembering names with ease, effortlessly recalling key facts for a presentation, or acing that next exam without the stress of last-minute cramming. Mastering memory techniques not only improves our academic and professional performance, but also empowers us to learn more effectively in all areas of life. Remember that time you struggled to recall a name at a party? Or drew a blank during a crucial presentation? We've all been there. Our brains aren't always wired for optimal information retention, but memory techniques act like a user manual for your mind, providing tools to enhance how you encode, store, and retrieve information. Memory techniques encourage active learning, transforming abstract concepts into vivid, memorable experiences. These techniques aren't just for memory athletes or students. They're powerful tools for anyone looking to enhance their learning and productivity. Imagine strolling through a familiar place, perhaps your childhood home, and encountering a giant talking banana, a flock of penguins doing the tango in the living room, and a giant stack of pancakes overflowing from the bathtub. Bizarre? Absolutely. This is the essence of the memory palace, a technique as ancient as it is effective. The more vivid and unusual the imagery, the more firmly it embeds itself in your mind. Remember ROY-G-BV, the friendly acronym that helps us remember the colors of the rainbow? That's the power of mnemonics, memory aids that use vivid imagery, rhymes, or acronyms to make information stick. But the world of memory techniques extends far beyond simple acronyms, offering a rich tapestry of tools to suit every learning style and challenge. Take, for instance, the power of storytelling. Our brains are hardwired to remember narratives, especially those that evoke strong emotions or vivid imagery. Weaving information into a compelling story, complete with characters, conflicts, and resolutions, transforms dry facts into unforgettable experiences. Another powerful technique is chunking, the art of breaking down large amounts of information into smaller, more manageable units. Think of it like organizing a messy room. Instead of tackling everything at once, you create categories, sort items, and assign them designated spaces. Chunking allows your brain to process and retain information more effectively, turning overwhelming data into digestible bites. Ever noticed how teaching someone else a concept solidifies your understanding? That's the Feynman technique in action. Named after the renowned physicist Richard Feynman, This approach turns you from a passive recipient of information into an active explainer, forcing you to confront knowledge gaps and crystallize your understanding. The beauty of the Feynman technique lies in its simplicity. Choose a concept you want to learn. Imagine explaining it to a child or someone with no prior knowledge. Write down your explanation as if you were teaching it to them. Identify any areas where you struggle to explain clearly or where your understanding is fuzzy. Go back to your source material, revisit those tricky points, and refine your explanation until it's crystal clear. This process of simplifying, explaining, and refining not only deepens your understanding but also highlights areas where you need to focus your learning. It's a powerful tool for mastering complex subjects, preparing for presentations, or simply solidifying your grasp of any new information. Section 2. Spaced repetition, outsmarting the forgetting curve. We've all experienced the frustration of forgetting information we once knew. That's the dreaded forgetting curve at work, a natural phenomenon where our brains shed information over time, especially if we don't actively engage with it. But don't despair. Spaced repetition comes to the rescue, offering a scientifically backed strategy to combat forgetfulness and enhance long-term retention. The key to spaced repetition is timing. Instead of cramming information and hoping for the best, this technique involves revisiting material at increasing intervals. Initially, reviews are frequent, gradually spacing out as the information becomes more firmly embedded in your long-term memory. Imagine learning a new vocabulary word. You encounter it today, review it tomorrow, then again in a few days, a week, and so on. Each review strengthens the neural pathways associated with that word, making it less likely to fade from your memory. Spaced repetition transforms learning from a sprint into a marathon, ensuring that information stays with you for the long haul. Section 3. Active recall, flexing your mental muscles. Think of your brain as a muscle. Just like lifting weights strengthens your biceps, actively recalling information strengthens your neural connections, making it easier to retrieve information later. Active recall involves retrieving information from memory without looking at the answers, forcing your brain to work harder and enhancing long-term retention. Instead of passively rereading notes or highlighting endlessly, active recall encourages engagement. After reading a chapter, close the book and try to summarize the key points from memory. Create flashcards with questions on one side and answers on the other, testing yourself regularly. Use practice quizzes or online tools to simulate exam conditions and assess your understanding. The beauty of active recall lies in its versatility. It can be applied to any subject, from history and science to languages and even practical skills. By actively engaging with information, you're not just memorizing facts, you're building a robust network of knowledge that you can access and apply with confidence. Section 4. Interleaving, mixing it up for maximum impact. Imagine practicing basketball by shooting free throws over and over. While repetition is important, solely focusing on one skill can lead to a plateau in learning. The same applies to studying. Interleaving, a technique that involves mixing different subjects or concepts during study sessions, enhances learning by forcing your brain to make connections and retrieve information in a more challenging and effective way. Instead of dedicating entire study blocks to a single subject, interleaving encourages variety. Study history for a while, then switch to math, followed by a foreign language. This approach may seem counterintuitive, but it forces your brain to work harder, improving your ability to discriminate between different concepts and strengthening your overall understanding. Interleaving is particularly effective for subjects with overlapping concepts, such as mathematics and physics, or history and literature. By weaving together different threads of knowledge, you create a richer tapestry of understanding, making it easier to see the connections between seemingly disparate ideas and apply your knowledge in new and creative ways. Icons of lifelong learning, stories of inspiration. Benjamin Franklin, a Renaissance man, became a renowned inventor, scientist, writer, and statesman. His curiosity led him to explore diverse fields, leaving an indelible mark on the world. Oprah Winfrey, from humble beginnings, became a media mogul and philanthropist. She transformed herself into a global icon, inspiring millions. Lifelong learning is a journey of discovery and personal fulfillment. From classroom to boardroom, the power of continuous growth. The benefits of lifelong learning extend far beyond personal enrichment. They're essential for professional success in today's rapidly evolving job market. Gone are the days when a degree guaranteed lifetime employment. Employers now seek individuals who are adaptable, possess a diverse skill set, and demonstrate a commitment to continuous learning. Consider the field of technology, where innovations emerge at a dizzying pace. Software developers, for instance, must constantly update their skills, mastering new programming languages and staying abreast of the latest trends to remain competitive. The same applies to professionals in healthcare, finance, education, and virtually every other industry. Lifelong learning isn't just about keeping up with the competition, it's about staying ahead of the curve. By embracing new technologies, acquiring in-demand skills, and expanding their knowledge base, individuals position themselves for career advancement, increased earning potential, and long-term job security. It's an investment in one's future, a commitment to remaining relevant and adaptable in a constantly changing world. Section 3. The gift of mastery, cultivating passion and purpose. Beyond the tangible benefits of career advancement and increased knowledge, lifelong learning offers something far more profound: the pursuit of mastery and the cultivation of passion and purpose. When we engage in activities that ignite our curiosity and challenge our abilities, we tap into a wellspring of motivation and fulfillment. Imagine the satisfaction of mastering a new language, the joy of playing a musical instrument, or the sense of accomplishment in creating something beautiful with your own hands. These pursuits, often undertaken outside the confines of formal education, bring joy, purpose, and a sense of accomplishment to our lives. Lifelong learning empowers us to become lifelong students, not in the traditional academic sense, but in the pursuit of passions that ignite our souls. It's about embracing challenges, pushing our boundaries, and experiencing the sheer joy of learning for the sake of learning. In doing so, we discover hidden talents, unleash our creativity, and live lives filled with purpose and meaning. Section 1. Reaping the rewards, the transformative power of lifelong learning. As we've explored throughout this journey into the world of learning, the pursuit of knowledge isn't merely about accumulating facts or acing exams. It's about embracing a lifestyle that empowers us to grow, adapt, and thrive in a world that's constantly evolving. It's about transforming ourselves into the best versions we can be, both personally and professionally. The rewards of lifelong learning are as abundant as they are diverse. By continuously expanding our knowledge and skills, we unlock opportunities that might otherwise remain hidden. We become more adaptable, more resilient, and more equipped to navigate the complexities of a rapidly changing world. Moreover, lifelong learning ignites our curiosity, keeping our minds sharp and engaged. It fosters a sense of purpose and accomplishment, reminding us that it's never too late to explore new passions, discover hidden talents, and make meaningful contributions to the world around us. Section 2. Embrace the journey, cultivating a mindset of curiosity and growth. The most successful lifelong learners share a common trait: an unquenchable thirst for knowledge and a willingness to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. They understand that learning is not a destination, but an ongoing journey of discovery and exploration. Cultivating this mindset requires conscious effort. It means stepping outside our comfort zones, embracing new experiences, and viewing setbacks as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. It's about fostering a spirit of curiosity, asking questions, seeking out new perspectives, and never losing that childlike wonder about the world around us. Remember, learning isn't always about formal education or structured courses. It's about being present in the moment, observing the world with open eyes, and seeking out opportunities to learn from every interaction, every experience, and every person we encounter. Section 3. Unlock your potential. The world is your classroom. In this digital age, the resources for lifelong learning are more accessible than ever before. From online courses and virtual libraries to podcasts and interactive simulations, the world has transformed into a vast and ever-expanding classroom. The key is to identify your passions, set realistic goals, and create a personalized learning plan that aligns with your interests and aspirations. Don't be afraid to experiment with different learning styles and resources until you find what works best for you. Remember, learning is a journey, not a race. Embrace the process, celebrate your progress, and never underestimate your capacity for growth and transformation. The world is brimming with knowledge waiting to be discovered. All you have to do is open your mind and embrace the adventure.